Well guys, I know I said that I'm not going to do much vlogging of the spraying, and it's true, I'm not actually spraying. I am enjoying a lovely sunset, beautiful weather, slight breeze, but yeah, there's a bit of a story. Well, hello guys and welcome. Classic Jackson Brothers style. We've been a bit slack with the uploading. We're filming actually. We are at the flat block still. We're currently planting. I've just finished up on the Rogator here, spraying pretty much, all of it. Yeah, we did. So yeah, about 1,450 hectares. Did all that. And yeah, we've got maybe, I don't know, it could be a couple hundred hectares of the sowing done already, and they're currently just on the side here changing varieties. I don't know if I'll be back here before the canola's finished planting, so I'm going to be flat out spraying at the development block. So yeah, it's going to be, maybe we might finish, well, today is what, Wednesday the 16th, so probably by Saturday maybe all the sowing will be done. Still got to figure out what we do with the stubble, whether it's going to be a problem or not. It was a bit of a fizzle. We thought we were going to burn it all, and the wind wasn't quite right for it to work for us. So we don't generally try to burn, and we may need to do a little bit of fire harrowing on the linseed stubble, but sometimes you sort of don't have a choice. When you do burn, you do lose a few nutrients, but yeah, if you can't get the crop in the ground, well, you got to do what you got to do. Well, good morning guys. Yes, we made it to the development block. I just fixing up a weld, well, technically it was a weld that cracked again, but I just welded it up on the boom here. Ideally, probably need to fish plate that again. Anytime you sort of weld across the actual like if you weld across where the load is like that, across the, what do you call, perpendicular to the way the metal is, it can crack out a bit easier, but it's somewhere where you can keep a good eye on, and like that lasted 3 years or so. I don't know actually. We did that when the boom fell off on me. Oh yeah, it must be 2-3 years ago. Anyway, there'd be a vlog about it. Now I'm going to be spraying all of the development block. It is what, 800 and something hectares, contours, hills, washouts, very fun. I probably won't vlog it, so I'll be here for 2-3 days. Probably won't vlog any of it. You guys have seen me spray before, and it is, in my opinion, very boring to watch, and it's boring to edit because it's nothing new. But what is new actually, well, it's not too new, but it's fairly new, is these tanks here we got for the big shed here. They've been working wonderfully. You can see we're virtually full, and we can also tell we're full because I've been testing something. A company reached out to us. Oh, actually there was a wasp that got me one time under this ladder, actually when I was fitting this thing, but you guys might be able to see, oh, that thing there. So that's the company, and what they do and what it is, very simple. Oh, very simple in a weird way. It just uses a frequency to detect the level of the water. So on the app, which I'll show you in a minute, you go on the app and you enter in the diameter of the tank. No, sorry, you just enter in the capacity of the tank and the height of the tank, or the height of the sensor, and how far off from full that sensor is. You enter in a few of those parameters, and it tells you how full your tank is. You can also program it to send you an email or a message to your phone, like an alarm, if it has dropped a certain percentage in a certain time. But the company, Innovate IoT is the company, and they do a lot of other things too. You can check them out on the website. They do like, yeah, flow meters, like remote flow meters, weather stations, rain gauges, all of that sort of stuff. So there we go. That is the level. It's telling us that it is full. So it's up the, what, saying 92% or something. But I could get that better by adjusting a couple of parameters to get it to actually be at 100% when it's full. No, that's been very helpful. And I did actually wish we had to put one on the big tanks at the main farm where the workshop is, because we did have a leak. An underground pipe leaked from a pipe that had been put down, like, I don't know, 15 years ago. And because it was quite deep, we didn't know, and we lost pretty much most of the water. Whereas we would have been alerted to that if we had had one of these things on there. Well, guys, I'm going to get spraying. And the planting's still going on down there at the flat block. All's going well that I know of. I haven't heard of any dramas, so we'll leave those guys to it. I'll get cracking here, and yeah, we'll see who might update you next. Well, guys, I know I said that I'm not going to do much vlogging of the spraying, and it's true, I'm not actually spraying. I am enjoying a lovely sunset, beautiful weather, slight breeze, but yeah, there's a bit of a story. So I'll show you some evidence, and I think everyone will be able to conclude as to some things that have happened. Oil, oil, oil. So I think we've blown a hose, one of the main hoses to the for the hydro, which is, you know, we did one a couple of years ago. I think Johnny and I replaced that. It happens, this sort of stuff happens, but yeah, just coming into this bottom of the contour and then just pulling out of it, it obviously builds up pressure because it's trying to crawl out, and it just got too much for it, and so but what makes this even more interesting and slightly funny, because if you don't find it funny, you'll, you know, curl up into a ball. But today is Thursday, the 17th. Now that means tomorrow is Friday the 18th, which is Good Friday, which is a public holiday, which means Monday's a public holiday. So we are stuck. Maybe we can pull some strings and someone might pull us a favour and make up a hose for us. I don't know tomorrow, but either way, I'm not doing anything tonight. I'd love to pull this apart and get the hose off so I can take it in, get it fixed tomorrow and get it all sorted, but it's a big job. So I just don't think there's much point. I think we'll just go, rest up, worry about this another day. But anyway, it was a really good run today too. I did a lot of the fiddly blocks. I, yeah, punched out maybe 360 hectares. But anyway, wasn't to be. So anyway, guys, I'm going to enjoy the sunset. I'm going to go for a bit of a walk and wait for someone to pick me up. So that's exciting. So anyway, maybe this video will be about spraying, and I'll pick up the camera tomorrow and we'll update how we go with all of this. Well, good morning, guys. The dear old Rogator, it's exactly where I left it, which is no surprise. Would have been great if someone came in the night and fixed it all and moved it somewhere else, but that didn't happen. So I'm just going to get started, pulling guards off, pulling clamps off, and of course it's right in a lovely spot. But yeah, well, yeah, in the bit more daylight here, you can see I almost got to the top and then the hose just let go. So there's all oil there, which is not great. But side note, small distraction. Good thing I didn't hit that. I did see that. But yeah, one of the downsides of contours is yeah, they cut out like this sometimes leading into the waterway. Ideally, what's probably causing this, well, not ideally what's causing this, just what's probably causing this is with the waterway or the whatever you want to call it, that goes through here, because it's over the years it's eaten down a lot, like over the last, I don't know, 30, 40 years, however long, it's eaten down a bit, and then that means that there's a bit of a step from the contour here. It steps down to go into the lower waterway, and then that just slowly eats its way back and you get this. So ideally, what you do to help eliminate this is make everything like that waterway. If it was like a drain, and then you had it was all grassed up and there wasn't a big step there, that would be how you'd combat that. Or put a little bit of rock in there to stop it washing through, but water has a funny way of finding its way around and doing other unexpected things. So anyway, right, well, I don't think this probably is going to take a couple of hours to get this hose out, I'm imagining. So I'll put you guys down and I will get into it. So I think the problem is in here. It looks like it's, yeah, I think it's been rubbing on that clamp over the, what, 12, 13 years of its existence, and popped through there. Anyway, we'll see. We'll pull it off. The annoying part is that hose goes all the way up to the hydro pump, which is hard to get to. This side's not too bad. Got to pull this guard off, and I'll go around this side. Got to pull this guard off here and follow it around. It's one of those hoses there. So yeah, but I don't think I'm going to fit you guys in there with me, so you'll just have to wait until I pick up the camera and update you. Hopefully the pipe's off. Well, update time. It's not out, but things are going better than I thought they would be. Don't mind me. As I get older, I'm like, why not just put a glove on and save scrubbing your hands for half an hour at the end of every day, until they fall apart and you get dirty anyway. But the good news is the hose that it is, providing I got the right ends pulled off, is I got my step there. I had a battery kicking around, so I'll use that as a step. It's that one right there. So it comes into there. So thankfully it's not the ones at the back or on the other side. Because it was the one to that wheel, I thought it was going to be on that side, but it crisscrosses over, so that's good. So Brad's just coming down shortly. I'm going to need a hand to guide it through because there's a few twists and turns and I can't just yank on it. So yeah, I got that off. I've got all the zip ties cut. But yeah, the culprit is that there. So it's just been rubbing there for a while. I'll show you what happens. These are the clamps, and they've been, because it's just been like, thing is with hydraulics, there's pulsing always, and there's just constant vibration, a slight vibration, and they do wear out quite quick. But what's happened is it's worn this out right to the bones of it, and then there's yeah, those harder bits of plastic which it's not spreading the load out as much, and it's been rubbing on that and worn through. So I mean, that'd be the original hose, so 6,500 hours, so not too bad. But it didn't take as long as I thought to get all that off, but it could be a bit of a pain to snake through. It's a fairly long hose, so it goes from there all the way up, all the way around, underneath, and then loops around and goes back up. So next challenge is to find someone to make a hose for us. I did send out an SOS yesterday, a lot of you would have seen. Wasn't really an SOS. I didn't know what we're going to do at the time, but I thought it was kind of classic that this sort of thing happens just after knock-off time before a long weekend. So, but yeah, I had a couple of options, and we'll just suss them out to whether, yeah, whichever one's the best, I guess, or just whatever we can make work. Well, guys, being the strong independent man that I am, I just did it all myself, and right as Brad pulled up. So anyway, right, so we got a contact in town. I hadn't told Brad about some of the contacts I'd arranged, and he's arranged a contact. So thank you for all the guys that reached out, appreciate that. So we're going into town to meet Ben at 10 o'clock, and he's going to do it for us. So he's at Vantage there in town. I think it's called Vantage. I'll be back. I'll go in, get that done, and I'll be back. Righto, it's about 2 hours later. I'm back. So yeah, Ben at Vantage there got us all sorted fairly promptly. I got 20 meters of pigtail that we can put on it, and that'll just help protect it. Yeah, hopefully we don't have to do that again. So righto, Brad's on his way. Might be a bit quicker putting it in with 2, so we'll get this started.
Well guys, I'm here, Matt's here, the kids are here, it's school holidays, and we've got our pig wrap. So we just put that on.
Pigtail.
Pigtail.
Yeah, you call it spiral wrap or pigtail.
Yeah, well,
You can call it both at the same time.
it's like a wrap, isn't it? A piggy tail wrap. Rightio, well, we've got to try and feed her in now. So we'll see how we go.
I'll send you in first.
Oh no, that's not good. Just about ready to go. We'll test it, run the hose through, got the clamps back on. We got a feeling that sunk overnight.
Well, it was dark when I got here, so I don't quite know.
Yeah, that's impressive. Hopefully we don't pop another hose getting out of it. Righto, Lil, do you want to fire it up? Turn the key. Make sure we don't have oil spraying out anywhere. Oh, no dribbles yet. We haven't soot the boot into her either yet.
Well guys, we're back. We're back. It's working, I think. So that wasn't too bad. Make sure everything's right. I think I'll get ready to go. So I'm going to kick back, listen to some podcasts. Speaking of podcasts, I probably should do another one. If any of you guys have any ideas on what you'd like or a topic, keeping in mind that we very rarely stick to a topic, let us know. So we could do like a bit more history, or we could do something like YouTube and how that sort of functions and how it came about, or we could talk about more farming stuff, or yeah, anyway, let us know what you think. So anyway, I'm going to concentrate for a bit, lots of contours, lots of banks, and I don't want to break down again. That's the main thing. Well, hello guys, it's the next day I think, and I've finished all the spraying at the development block. Today I only had a couple hundred hectares to do, but it was the worst couple hundred hectares that we have. So it's very hilly, very contoury, very rocky, just brutal. So got that done today, and I've flushed out, heading back to the main farm. There'll be more spraying happening there. So, but we got it done, so that's the main thing. So all is well. Well, actually, not all is well. I just got word that the 280 has done the final drive again. It's on the weed at the flat block, and yeah, it's done a final drive again, which is disappointing. It's obviously it puts a lot more stress on them with the extenders that we've got, the rim extenders or whatever you want to call them, the spacers. But we have had, you know, they've probably been on there for 4,000 hours or more, probably more actually, and yeah, probably like 6,000 hours maybe. And we've yeah, anyway, it's just one of those things. We did it not long ago, so it's happened again. Yeah, not ideal, but it is what it is. So we're still going to figure out exactly what we're doing there. We'll leave it there, guys. I'm about to head on. Brad's going to escort me, and we're going to head back to the main farm. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will catch you in the next one.